Alright, so listen up. I'm not going to give you some basic advice on how do you love your work. I'm not going to tell you to put on some candles and get some ambient lighting and some nice music. Go get some cute stationery, open up a Notion page and set up a document. These things are good, but they don't make you love your work. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to actually love your work. And the answer I'm going to give you is probably something you're not looking for. But this is the answer that actually works. And there are two ways you can love your work. The first way is the necessary way. The second way makes the first way a bit more easier. So, if you're here for some self help, basic, pussy advice that these other YouTubers are giving you, then this is not for you. This is for people who genuinely want to love their work and work hard. Before I begin, I want to introduce myself. I'm Aarsh and I talk about productivity. How do you think like the top 1%? How do you work like the top 1%? Self image and other things in this niche of working hard. If you're interested in that motto and you get some value out of my channel, I would urge you to subscribe. Let's begin with the video. There was this story I fell in love with, and I got it from Charlie Morgan. He's an entrepreneur, very young and very successful, earning like $1 million a month. And he talks about the story of dragon and the knight. The knight and the dragon is within you. This is the version of you that hates himself right now, the version of you that self sabotages, the version of you that does the bad habits, the version of you who is shy, nervous, couldn't speak to people. He is not presenting him or herself in the best way possible. This is the version of yourself you want to kill. And this is the version that you want to be like. This is the version with your goals already achieved. This is the version with the best character traits you're looking for. This is the version who does not self sabotage. This is the most confident version of you. This is the superior version of you. In between these two stages of life, in between these two versions, there lies two things: the knight and the dragon. The knight is the hero, the dragon is the obstacle, the temptation, the urges, that feeling that tells you to not push, to not dig in, to end the study or the work session 30 minutes earlier, to eat that candy, to relax. This is the dragon. This is the obstacle. You need to slay. You need to kill in order to get to this self image, in order to get to this version of you. There's no hero without the villain. There's no knight without the dragon. The knight and the dragon coexist together and they are fighting at all times. And the best part about this story is only one can win and one has to die. It's either the knight who has to die or either the dragon who you have successfully slayed and killed. The dragon doesn't want to die. That's why it throws shit at you. It throws resistance, temptations, urges, impulses, all of these things at you so that you can give in and live a comfortful life. That's what it craves, comfort. Because when you're comfortable, you're in this state. And that means the dragon is alive. That means this state is alive. In order to get to this state, this one has to die. This version of you has to die. And this version of you doesn't want to die. And it is throwing all kinds of resistances at you, obstacles at you, and you're just giving in. And I'm also giving in. I'm not a perfect guy. I'm also giving in, like you. And we, me and you, we need to understand this concept of loving the dragon. If we want to love the work, we have to love the dragon. And that changed my entire view on working. When I was a child, when I was a student in the school system, I used to hate certain subjects and I was always like not scoring good in certain subjects, scoring decent in other subjects, and liking this and that part of the chapter more. And I couldn't get myself to work on the hard things that will obviously come with the field. Like you can't expect yourself to choose a field of your liking and not go through obstacles. You can't expect yourself. For example, I was doing computer science. I loved computer science, but I hated data. Like I hated to work with Excel and all of that shit. But I have to. And how did I make myself do it? It's to love the dragon. I love the resistance. I knew that resistance will show up, obstacles will show up only when I'm doing the right thing. It never shows up when I'm eating the candy. It never shows up when I'm eating junk food. It never shows up when I'm wasting time, when I'm wasting my potential. No, it shows up when I'm utilizing my potential, when I'm updating myself to this version of the superior version of me, when I am doing the hard things, the painful things, even when I don't feel like it. That's when it shows up. And the reason why I'm telling you to love the dragon, love the resistance, is because these are the things that will make the work fruitful. These are the things that will make your story, life story, epic. When you go through pain, obstacles, struggle, that makes a story very good. When you go, like, why do you think waking up early is such a brag, such a flex, such a big thing? Why do you think people who wake up at 3 a.m. say it with like such pride and like, oh, I woke up at 3 a.m., got 4 hours of work done? Is it because it's easy? Or is it because it's fucking hard to do this every day? Wake up at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning when nobody's awake. Go to bed at 7 p.m. when everybody is outside, outdoors, partying or doing some stupid thing. But you sacrifice that. You sacrifice your social life so you can just sleep at 7, 8 p.m. so you can wake up the next morning early to get some work done. You need to see the resistance as a GPS. That's your new GPS system now. This video is not structured, and I'm just gonna say everything that is coming out of me right now. I'm just gonna say and pour my heart out and give you the best advice I can without a structure. So if I just if I yap too much, yeah, you need to go through that. But the new GPS system you have now is your resistance, is the obstacle, is the dragon. Whenever a resistance appears, understand that you're doing the right thing. So, when something is calling for you, when that business opportunity is calling for you, when you're thinking about this journey that you want to be on, when you're thinking about going outside of societal norms, when you're thinking about dropping out or continuing this degree or that degree or taking that job or like getting out of the job, that's when resistance arises. That's when you think like, oh, what will they think about me? What will society think about me? That's when resistance comes. Resistance takes many forms. It takes the form of the people, meaning your family, meaning your society, who tells you to do things in a certain way. It comes in the form of fear. You're fearful that if you fail, people will judge you. And it comes in many other ways. It comes within you, like you're not going through the pain, you're not chasing pain, you're giving in and stopping 30 minutes earlier. You're living a comfortful life. That's resistance manifesting in reality. So, if you want to learn to love your work, you need to first of all learn to love the dragon. The pain is the way to go. And when I watched like some of these podcasts with highly successful people, like the Diary of the CEO or Alex Samosi, and Alex Samosi talks about this a lot, like going through the pain, going through the resistance, and he talks about this one specific thing, which is you need to love the hard work. You need to chase pain. Charlie Morgan, who I talked about and mentioned earlier, and he talks about if I have two decisions to make and these two decisions are exactly the same, I will choose the decision which requires and has more suffering and pain inside of it because the higher the pain, the better the story, the better the outcome, the more fruitful the result of the work. The obstacle is the way, the dragon is the way. You need to slay the dragon. One has to die and one has to survive. It's either the knight who has to die or it's either the dragon who has to die. And when you slay that dragon and get to this level, your skill will be increased to slay bigger level dragons. And it will be more difficult to slay them because they are bigger. But you're also bigger and you're also better now that you've slayed the previous dragon. Now that you are at this version of you with better mindset, with better skills, with better communication skills, with better courage, more virtues, better work ethic. You love your work more. You know the pain. You love the pain. And that's when you get to this stage. And then you get bigger problems, bigger money problems. Problems never go away, they always come. But the scale of the problem increases, but your skill set to deal with those problems also increases. In order to love your work, I'm going to repeat it like 50 times. So it's literally ingrained in your brain. In order to love your work, you need to slay the dragon, love the pain. When pain arises, when your mind tells you, let's just give in, let's just relax, let's just end the study session like 5 minutes early. Oh, I'm already done, like 50 minutes. Oh, I've studied for 9 hours, let's just not do it anymore. That's when you need to be like, okay, I'll accept that as a challenge. And the dragon is telling me, to not go through with this and give in 30 minutes earlier. I'm going to do 50 more minutes. Think about it. It's not like burning out, by the way. It's not like I'm not telling you to burn out. I'm telling you do that. I'm telling you basically, if you work for 50 more minutes, you're not going to fucking die. You're only going to improve and have better pain tolerance. That's what you need to build, better pain tolerance. And I'm not the guy who has the best pain tolerance. I have above average, like better than 80-90% of men pain tolerance. I like train very hard. I have like focus very intensely. I have all of these things, but I also want to develop it more because I don't have it to the level these ultra successful millionaires have it at. And I want to get to that. And I'm also in this journey with you. I'm not a different guy. That's what I'm making these videos for. My learning lessons and the mistakes I make and my stories and just being authentic and telling you what I've learned and what has happened in my life. So I am starting to love the pain more. Today, when I woke up at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, and let me tell you what happened. So I got out and I didn't want to get up. That's the first resistance I face every single morning because it's cold and I'm very like relaxed and comfortable inside my quilt. So my brain was telling me to just not get out. I got out of the bed. Either ways, I felt better. That led me to take a cold shower. Went to the cold shower and just turned the knob like directly, no thinking. Because I have heard this phrase from Seneca: you suffer in your imagination more than in reality. And that phrase has stuck with me. So whenever I used to take cold showers before, I used to be like just looking at the fucking shower for 1 minute, 2 minutes straight, not doing anything. And then I would turn it on and then go through like the 3, 4 minutes of pain, and then I'm in the pain. Now it's like turn the shower on and just go through the pain. Now it's like cold water. That's it. That's the only problem you're going through now. You're not thinking about, oh, the water is going to be cold and I don't want to do this. You're not going through more pain. You're just reducing the pain by just doing it right now. So got out, took the cold shower, and I started working. I started like scripting and researching for this video. Then I recorded. I recorded the first 15 minutes of this video. And then I realized the whole like electricity went out. Like there was a power cut in my apartment and the generator was on and my lightings, all of these things aren't on the generator. So basically 1 or 1.5 hour of my time got wasted because of the power cut. My brain was telling me, like my brain was very like I was frustrated and my brain was telling me to relax. My brain was telling me, okay, thank God it's over now. But that's the resistance. You know what I did? I was like, okay, what other work I can do? Okay, I have a 20-minute video I can edit, and I have this other thing I can read or like take in some educational knowledge right now or script a video research. And I did exactly that. I like edited 12 minutes of a video. I was learning how to video edit like this text, like animate the text, and I was learning it for like half an hour and I learned it. And now like this is the one task I was procrastinating on for months, and now I did it. The light came back and now I'm recording this video now. So I had like double advantage. Wasted my time, great, but I got something out of it. I didn't sit around and be like, I guess it's over now. I guess I'll record videos tomorrow. Dig in a bit more deeper. When something bad happens, there will be good that can come out of it. What good will come out of it depends on you, depends on your actions. Because if you sit around and when I sit around, when bad things happen, when I don't feel good and I don't do anything about it, nothing good comes out of it. But in the end, something good comes out of it. Like I can't stay at that position for long enough, and then I get this energy, this extra boost through that pain, and it skyrockets my progress. So when I go through pain, heartbreaks, breakups, whatever, it hurts me. Great. So when I go through pain, I am basically building myself or building my pain tolerance in a better and stronger way. You need to increase the pain tolerance. That's the point of the video. In order to love your work, you need to slay the dragon and love the dragon. Love the dragon and you'll love the work. The second way to love your work, can you guess what it is? If you can guess, you can leave a comment down below. That will obviously drive my videos and the YouTube algorithm will pick up on that. So, second way to make your work more pleasurable, make your work more interesting is by choosing the right work to do. 90-80% of the people, they hate their work. So when I say I can work for 12 hours a day, they think, oh, work life balance, working is like too toxic and it's bad. I love working. I fucking love it. When I was in the UK, I'll tell you a story. All of the people who saw me like waking up at 4 a.m., working throughout the day and living this rigid, routine, army style, discipline lifestyle, I got rid of my hair. Literally, I was like, I don't give a fuck about my appearance. The hair like was coming in my way. It was annoying me. And also the cost of like cutting the hair was too much. So I was like, just fucking get rid of it. And I went into this period of my life where I was ultra disciplined, ultra consistent, like monk mode protocol. And all of the people were just like, oh, he's going insane, he's going crazy. But they don't understand that I don't hate work because I've chosen the right work to do. When you choose a work on the basis of the outcomes and not on the basis of the work itself, you're obviously going to hate the work. That's like common sense. That's obvious. If you love to be a doctor and you chose engineering because engineering earns you more money, then you will be miserable. You will hate engineering. You will hate mathematics. Same way, if you don't want to go to this class or this university and you want to open up your own business, entrepreneurship, you want to create content, you want to do art, you want to do XYZ, and you're pushing yourself to do that thing you don't want to do, you hate doing that, how could you expect yourself to love the work? And I just give you the answer to love your work either ways, which is even if you chose the wrong field and you still want to love your work, you need to go through the pain. The first half of the video was me talking about whatever kind of work you do, you can love the work if you love the pain, if you love the dragon. But the dragon can be in different ways which you can slay. It doesn't have to be something like your work can be more pleasurable because you chose the right work. Think about it. Every work would have problems with it, but what kind of problems you love solving? Is it the problem, let's say, with content creation with my work? What are the problems that can come? The editing software fails. I forgot to connect my microphone to my laptop. The light goes off and I'm recording a video, important video, and it just goes off and everything turns off. Can I go through these problems? Yes. Okay, I like this work. Do I enjoy going through the pain, the whole thing of scripting, researching, and talking in a more convicting way? Like putting all of my energy into this video so you can listen to my words and I can make the best video for you on that specific topic and I can keep improving on top of that every single time. Like autistically think, okay, what advice I gave that was stupid? What part of my speech wasn't precise? Why was I waffling for so fucking long? Why was I repeating myself 10 billion times? And just all of that combined makes me love this job. So you have to ask yourself, is the thing you're doing really the thing you want to do? Is the desire really yours? Or is it your family's? Is it societal? Is it your friends? Is it the respect you get from them? You don't give a fuck about their respect. You don't care about, you shouldn't care about like what they think. What like you shouldn't base your entire life around what other people think and what other people want from you. You want to do something that you want from you. You want to do something that you desire. Yes, your own desire. With computer science, do you love to code? I have heard so many people, I ask the same question. Why have you chosen this field? And they say, for the money. AI is booming. ChatGPT is doing great. AI is like the best field right now. They never say, I love to code. I love to build things. I love to spend hours of my computer and understanding the ins and outs of my computer and how technology that is surrounding us works, how that camera works, how this remote works, how that calculator was invented. I love this. I love the pain when I'm searching for a problem for 6 hours and then I solve it. I love that feeling of solving problems. That's the answer I was looking for. Like most people don't have that answer. Most people are just looking for the outcome. And no wonder why you hate your fucking life and you hate work. No matter 99% of people hate their work because they're doing something that is not authentic to them. They're doing something that somebody else or societal or YouTubers taught them to do. They're chasing this lifestyle that they don't even want. That's why they hate their work. So, in order to love your work, firstly, you need to love the dragon because even when you love the work, obstacles will arise. Like I said, I love recording videos, I love talking, I love coaching, I love giving advice on camera and speaking. But obstacles come my way. Dragons are still there. I still need to slay the dragons, but I love that. And the reason why I love that because I love the work. I got pleasure out of the work I'm doing. But if you have no pleasure out of the work, if you hate the work, it's gonna be so fucking difficult to slay the dragon. But it is possible because Charlie Morgan did it, Sam Owens did it, Alex Mosey did it. These are the people who opened up an agency. And some of the people, like Alex Mosey says, he loves his work. Great. But some of the people, they didn't start off with loving their work. They didn't start with like freaking cold emailing 50 people, 100 people, cold calling 1,000 people a day and reading through the script. They didn't love it, but did it anyways. And now they're multimillionaires. So, what I'm trying to say here is a conclusion. You can still achieve greatness even when you don't love the work, even when the work you're doing is the thing you don't like to do in the first place. But when you get the money, when you get the outcome, when you get that job, you're not gonna love your work. You're not gonna love your life. Your life won't be fulfilling. It will be more stressful. I've seen so many people who get the dream job and they hate their fucking life because they don't like the job. They don't like the work. They don't like the ins and outs of the thing they're doing. They're just knowledgeable. They're skilled because they went through it either ways. They went through the pain, great. But you're not happy. I'm going to end the video in a conclusion and I'm going to bring it all back together. If you hate your work or if you don't hate your work, obstacles will come your way. The key to loving your work regardless is step one, to love the dragon. The dragon needs to be loved by you. The pain, you need to crave the pain. You need to have a high level of pain tolerance because these successful people, They have incredible levels of pain tolerance. Second, pain is your guide, pain is your navigation, pain is your new GPS system. Whenever pain arises, that means you need to do that thing. For me, I'm going to be very honest. Pain is probably with public speaking. I fucking hate public speaking, but I know I can be a very good speaker if I practiced it for like 3 4 years, 5 years, and I will be like the best at it. I know that. But it's a huge resistive task, and I'm just telling it to you that I don't want to do it. Probably in the future I'll do it, but we go through those things. I am not different and you're not different. We are the same. We go through different kinds of problems and resistances, and you need to understand that for me, my calling is okay, giving a speech, talking in front of people that will make or change my life. And it has incredible amounts of resistance and pain that I don't want to go through. That means I might need to go through that someday, and I might need to do that because, like I said, resistance arises when you're doing the correct thing. When you're going through or leaving that job and starting your business, resistance will arise. That means you're doing the right thing. The higher the resistance, the higher the pain, the higher or bigger the obstacle, the correct path you're on. That's the only meaning. And the last thing is the battle you have to fight within. Meaning, in order to get from here to here, from this shitty lifestyle, from this version that you fucking hate to this version that you love, that you want to be like, the character traits you admire, you need to kill the dragon that is in the way. You need to kill it. And this never ends. You get to this, then another one, another one, another one, and the dragons keep getting bigger. Skill sets of you getting better and stronger and sharper. That's how you slay bigger and bigger dragons. And that's the only way I can think of getting the most out of my life and out of your life. And the second way is to choose a work you really enjoy doing. All right, I'm waffling now for too long. Let me just end the video. If you got value out of this and you really thought that this was a different video, or you have some feedbacks for me, you can leave a comment down below and you can like the video. If you like the channel, you get value out of it, then you can subscribe. And I hope you understand the concept and I was able to make the whole concept of the dragon in the night clear to you and it was easier to understand. All right, have a good day and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video.